Good Sunday morning, everybody. Chris Allen here on the Sam channel, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and X, all sponsored by Ace Hardware Marketplace. Here we go again, another kind of a cloudy, sort of gloomy morning. There's some rain out there. Taking a live look outside my window, you can see, this little shrub tree. I gotta figure out what that is. I'm not really sure. But it's yeah, it's you can see the wind and you can see the showers. There's a little bit of light rain that's out there this morning. Um and it this probably looks similar to what you're seeing at your house. It's just cloudy, breezy. It's colder. Yeah, it is going to be colder today. We're on the backside of that low pressure system, and that's what's making it feel as chilly as it is. And the winds coming out of the north and west at say 15 to 25 miles per hour. It even puts a little bit of a chill in the air. So it makes it feel chilly and damp, and it's going to be that way, especially through the morning to midday hours, and then we may get a little bit of a break later from that, especially as we get into tomorrow, the next day or so. It's almost been like this never-ending kind of rainy scenario with the dark clouds, and we even had some thunder last evening in a couple of spots close to Bowling Green. So yeah, and you can see all that spinning right here on the radar screen. Let me get into this and show you what I mean. The low pressure system is now to our north. As you can see, it's around Cincinnati. Well, the winds around this will go counterclockwise. So the winds are coming down from the north and west and circulating back into Kentucky. And you can see, all those little green boxes that you're looking at, those are like flood warnings around the Evansville area and the Ohio River. And then they extend all the way back down into Arkansas, West Tennessee. That's because of all the heavy rain that has been going on. And then you see here in the Great Smoky Mountains, they're actually calling for a winter mix and maybe even some light snow mixed in the winter weather advisories, especially for the higher elevations. You get up to, Gatlinburg and some of those Sevierville, some of those places like that. Yeah, there's going to be that. Plus, they've had a lot of heavy rain too. Everything that's circulating around that low this morning back into Bowling Green in southern Kentucky, right here, that's all rain. It's a chilly rain, but temperatures are going to stay warm enough to where it stays just a chilly rain. We're not calling for anything else that is from that low pressure system. Now, further north, somebody might get, you know, a little some sleet or something mixed in with it, maybe a that, but doubt anything else is going to occur with that. Let's check the temperatures from the Kentucky this morning, and they are colder. As you can see, everybody's pretty much in the 30s. There are a couple of 40s. Let's see, I saw one. Where is that? Bullitt County, almost 40, 39.5, 39 and a half degrees. So they round up to 40. We're at 39 at the southernmost sensor in Warren County at the Ag Expo Center, 36 up at the Corvette plant, 38, 37, 36, 38, 37, 38, 38, 37. Yeah, pretty much evened out all over the place. But you put in a little bit of wind. The winds are now coming out of the northwest, and these are sustained at 10 to 15 to 17 miles per hour, gusts to 19 to 23 to 29 to 25. Well, how does that translate? Wind chill makes it feel like it's upper 20s to low 30s. So it does take off, you know, any kind of little warmth that is out there, it takes that out. So it makes it feel much colder than what it actually is. So that's your wind chill temperature or how it feels against your body. And that's why as I was showing you there, you could see the winds here really from my house. Look at that. Yeah. That's what you're facing this morning if you're headed off to church. It's just breezy. There's that pesky drizzle hit you in the face. Ugh. I know it's not that great. I understand. All right, let's take a look now at the map features. First, the blend of models. Let me do that first. We get to the rest of this weekend and all next week into next weekend, and even the following beginning of the following week, which puts us well into February. We're going to go 42, 43 today. Of course, it's going to feel colder than that thanks to the wind. And with that drizzle, just makes it, light rain and drizzle, ugh, kind of a day. Um, Most of that will come to an end probably this afternoon, this evening. Then tomorrow, not much change. We'll see a little bit more sunshine through the clouds and we'll get into the mid 40s, close to it. Then we do warm to the low 50s on Tuesday, but by Tuesday evening, here comes another chance of showers. Now, it's a fast moving clipper system, which I'll show you on the map here in a second. We call it a clipper because it comes out of southern Canada, low pressure system and a cold front that just dives in fast. It clips us. It just eclipses us, if you will, and it just fast moving, going to be out of here pretty quickly. Therefore, it's not going to have a whole lot of time to put down a lot of, rainfall. It'll put down some, but not enough to really make that much of a difference. Maybe a tenth of an inch, or, it could be slightly more, but I doubt it. Just as because of the rapid movement of that system. And then we cool back down behind it. We get another clip of cooler air and we go back into the mid 40s. Then we hop right back. It's like up and down, up and down. We go into the 50s for Thursday, Friday. Now, Thursday's the first day of February. Second day, February 2nd, is Friday, Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day. It goes into the mid 50s. But then here comes another clipper and it's going to push us back into the mid 40s. And you see, we do this over and over and over again throughout that entire 10-day span. You can see that we're 40s, 50s, 40s, 50s, 40s. And really, that's where we should be. Average high is 47 for this time of the year. We're going to be on average pretty close to that. Even though we hit some 50s on a couple of days, there's not going to be any wholesale change, either up or down in the coming days. So, no major winter storms, no major big warm ups or spring storms that I can see. It's all going to stay fairly copacetic. That's a $5 word, I know. It's going to stay even keeled pretty much. All right, here are the maps, and I'll show you those clippers that will be coming through. This is that low pressure system spinning back around with another piece of energy that we're seeing this morning, but it's departing. It's moving off to the north and east, backspin, throwing a little moisture back our direction, and you see some of the purple there around Cincinnati or even down toward Louisville. And in the central bluegrass, eastern parts of the state, yeah, you could see maybe a little something, something mixed in. Not a big deal. Most of this is just rain. and it's leaving us as we go through the day. It may take a little bit longer for those of you who live east of 65, but by tonight and early tomorrow morning, things will gradually improve. We may not get rid of all the clouds tomorrow, but I do anticipate seeing a little bit more sunshine. And then as we get into Tuesday, there's Monday night into Tuesday, high pressure. But here comes our clipper. Notice how fast it moved into view, and it's going to be that fast moving out. And it's just going to be here long enough to put down a little bit of light rain for us in southern Kentucky. Look how fast it moves out of here into early Wednesday. It's gone. We get another cool down, and there's another high pressure that takes over for Thursday, the first day of February. Then we get into Friday. Here comes Saturday, and voila, another system starts to work its way in from our west. And it looks like a week from today, we will be set up again for another round of rain. And the rains keep coming. Remember, I don't know if you guys that watch me every day or have watched me consistently on television since I've been back on for what, 6 months, 7 months. I've mentioned several times about the deficit of rainfall that we had at the end of last year. It was well over 8 inches below average. And I said, there's always going to be time to make that up. Well, guess what? We're in that period of making it up. It always does this. Anytime that there's a drought, the news networks and even some of the weather networks start hollering about climate change and all that kind of stuff. Oh, like the drought is going to be permanent. It's never permanent. It's never permanent. It's always nature is going to come back around because everything is cyclical. It's going to come back around and it's going to make up for it. And I think we're in that period of it's making up for the deficit that we had at the end of 2023. It always happens. It just doesn't happen on our timetable. Nothing happens on our timetable if you think about it. Life is just that way, and we have to be patient, and then we have a short-term memory and we forget, you know. I guess probably most of you have forgotten that we were over 8 inches behind at the end of 2023 on precipitation, rainfall. I didn't forget. I keep up with those things. And I watch this thing just go in cycles. It's always in cycles. Always. Don't buy into the crap that is out there that says this is going to be permanent. It's always going to, oh my God, this is just, it's horrible. It's wrong. Years and years and years. I've been at this for over 40 years and I have seen this happen over and over again. It's why it's cyclical. Deficits are made up. And then when you get too much, you get another deficit, but then it's made up again. These things go in patterns, they come in waves over and over again. We do not control that. I don't care what anybody says. We do not control that. It just happens. But it's fun keeping up with, and it's fun following it. It's fascinating to me. It always has been. But you start to see patterns and you see how the weather behaves. It's what I like to call it. Here in our part of the country, southern Kentucky. And I've seen it long enough to know these things are just going to come back around. And here we are. Just like those of you who said, we just don't get the snows and the cold like we used to when I was a kid. Well, I think we just went through that. And we probably may go through it again before it's all said and done this season. So, phooey on all the people who think they know more than everybody else. I don't know much, but I know enough to be dangerous. Oh, I love it. Anyway, you guys, God bless you. Have a great Sunday. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here tomorrow morning.